I met Phil Sparrow, his tattoo name, Sam Stewart's tattoo name, in the fall of 1966. I was in the process of receiving my undergraduate degree in printmaking at the San Francisco Art Institute, and he tattooed in Oakland. I'd been passionately, obsessed with tattooing when I was a little kid. I'd seen a picture and mention of him in some sales sheets from a tattoo supplier in Illinois. Went into his shop. I'd been into a couple of other tattoo shops and began to really be interested in tattooing as an interesting folk art. In those days, tattooing was so underground. It was such a closed shop, and really people in tattooing were generally very protective and suspicious of anyone else getting into it. And he, helped me. I basically kind of blackmailed him. I said, well, I've got these catalogs of tattoo supplies from the mid-1950s, and they're still in business. I know where to get the gear, and my art school friends want tattoos, so come on, if you don't help me, I'm going to be messing these people up. Sam didn't think that tattooing, he really actively discouraged me, and I guess, I've said that other places, that he said it's a dying art, it doesn't have any, future, and, you should not pursue this. He really didn't want to help me. And I thought the complete opposite. I thought this is just this totally undeveloped thing that has tremendous kind of beauty and fascination and weirdness. After all this life of, as a child, obsessed with it for years, learning to draw the style, all that, having several tattoos, and suddenly I'm there with a machine and some art school buddies and going, oh my God, and the sweat's popping off, and and then you start, and of course it hurts, and I'm doing it too light, and but it's a very pragmatic thing. I did my first probably 5 or 6 tattoos in his shop under his tutelage on art school friends, and put the first one on myself, as was traditional, with him looking over my shoulder. So, that was just kind of got me going in the business that way. Sam did several tattoos on me, and the only thing I regret about my tattoos is the ones that I've covered, all the early ones with darker work, because I was obsessed with Japanese stuff. His tattoos they're great memory markers. They really are. They can't be judged by an outside person or even the person wearing them in terms of, art historical critique. It's like what it meant to you. Sam was very much a lone wolf. I don't think he corresponded with any other tattooers, and of course, Sam was completely demonized by the tattoo world because he was gay, and there were a few gay tattooers around, but, the old rough and tumble tattooers, like, don't go down there to the queer's place, it was one of those things. So he didn't have any interest or respect for most of those guys, because they were meatheads, a lot of them, so he just kind of forged his own path, and it was good that he did.